What's up, Heat Nation? Welcome back to another episode of the Miami Heat Roundtable. My name is Amir. You can find me at Team to Beat Miami Heat, and I'm joined today by Martel. You can find him at Miami Heat Zone Podcast, and we're joined again by Trent. You can find him at Miami Heat Network. So it's time to talk ball, y'all. And right now, the Miami Heat are playing some horrible ball. So we are currently on a 3-game losing streak. We've lost to the Toronto Raptors, Atlanta Hawks without Trae Young and Deontay Hunter. And last night we lost to the Orlando Magic 105-87 with pretty much our whole roster there minus our rookie who should not be depending on this much, Jaime Jaquez Jr. So, guys, we're sixth still. We're lucky. Like, the Pacers lost to Portland on Saturday, I think. So, luckily they beat them. But we're tied with Portland, the Pacers, 24-19. We're 2 games away from the 9th seed. This is just not good basketball, guys. So we have some other topics we'll talk about, trade rumors, Kyle Lowry, etc. But what do you guys think about this current streak, man? Let's start off with Trent. What do you think about the last game performance specifically, too?
It's Miami Heat team, man.
Oh my God.
We are garbage, and I think I told you, Amir. I confused Ernest, but so I think I told you when we was doing the live stream, I want a victory that we go out there and we just whoop ass. And I know I can continue to bring up this Clippers team because I watch them the most with the Miami Heat. But great example, right? The Clippers were losing by 22 in the fourth quarter. They went on a 22-0 run to finish the game. That's a championship winning team right there. They went on a 22-0 run. They only let their opponent score 14 points in that fourth quarter. I just want a dominant game, 1 through 4 quarters where we're just out there whooping ass. But no. This Miami Heat team, they got starting the losing streak. They go out there, play Toronto, where they don't even have Pascal Siakam because he's traded, and you lose by 24 points. Awful. You only scored 97 points. Then you go out there and you play the Atlanta Hawks without their best player, Trae Young, and you lose to a buzzer beater, which this game shouldn't even been that close at the end of the day. Simple as that. Should never been that close. And then just yesterday, you go play the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic, which they're definitely up and coming. They're definitely improving. But you only score 87 points, and 87 to 105. As you see, the last 3 games we're only averaging 97 points a game, 43% from the field as a team, and 31% from the three-point line. 0-3 record. This team, and I've been saying this for a while, we can't rely on screen from Tyler Hero the whole game. We can't. We don't have enough shot creators on this team. Our guard rotation probably has to be one of the worst guard rotations in this league. It really does. When you look at yesterday's game, Tyler Hero, 12 points, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 4 for 14, right? Kyle Lowry, 2 points, 3 assists. Bro, this dude 1 for 9, and then you want to go on unfollow people. What's it called? My man Martel goes at him pretty much in our chat. Goes, he doesn't know what he's saying now, right? Remember he says, "Oh, I deserve to start," and then the next day he says, "Well, I haven't been playing the best basketball." Bro, he can't even make up his mind. The dude is toast. He's cooked. Jovic, everybody loves Jovic, right? Everybody loves him. Oh, let's not trade him. Let's not do that. Get him off my fucking team, dog. He's just not ready. He's not ready, bro, for us to win a championship. It's not time. It is what it is. Then you got Duncan Robinson. Jay Rich needs to retire. He needs to never touch a basketball in his day in his life. They have the worst guard rotation in the NBA, and these are key players. Just think about it. D-Rob, Jay Rich, Kyle Lowry. If he doesn't get traded, Tyler Hero, these are all our key players. If we're supposed to win, they need to step up. So that is just awful. And I'm kind of speechless, to be honest with you.
It's ridiculous, dude. I'm looking at our team ratings right now, and I think in our first or second episode, the Heat were 15 or 16 offensive rating, right? So that's fine middle, and defense was a 16 or 17 uncharacteristic. It's kind of switching out, which is good in a sense. Defensively, at least we're going back to our identity. We held some teams on the 3-game winning streak before the 3-game losing streak below 100. Our defense was fine. but our offense was ass because we were barely also scoring 100 points. We're at 20th now. Offensive rating now, we're at 20 out of 30 teams. We are 11th in defensive rating, so that is improving. Our scoring 110 points per game. We're 26th in the league in scoring. We're anemic. And one thing, here's a bad trend that we've been noticing, which has been part of the reason why we've been losing. 3-point percentage. We were number one for most of the season, right? With our 3-point percentage. We're at 8th now, right? So like we're slowly getting worse there. And we know Tyler's been shooting like shit. Kyle has been not shooting for half the season. Now he's shooting like shit. And Duncan's been playing. He's been fine. You know, he's been playing a little inconsistent, but he's not a star player like Tyler Hero. We have more expectations on Tyler. But Duncan is having 1 out of every 3 games he's been bad, right? Since he's been on the bench. Like he's been shooting a bit worse. He was up at 44% for the 3, which was a spectacular. He's back, he's closer to 40 now, right? 41. So dude, we need some help here, man. But let's talk about Kyle Lowry though. Like 1 for 9. Martel, what are your thoughts on him? There's been some reports coming out saying that even this week, we're obviously speculating that, you know, we're trying to shop him around. Some teams might be interested. He has a nice expiring contract, but what are your thoughts on him, man, recently? And what are your thoughts of him?
The biggest thing about Kyle Lowry, he came over here and he didn't want to play Miami Heat basketball. He wanted to do it his way. You know what I mean? He came over here. As soon as Pat called him out, that's when the beef started. He was beefing with the front office about God knows what. And we all know that Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, and especially the team, all they care about is winning. And it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to come here in shape. I know that a lot of – and it's crazy to me that I got to sit here and talk about how in a professional sport, a player does not want to be in shape. And that is crazy to me, that you're getting paid millions of dollars and all you want to do is be out of shape and overweight and eating burgers and shakes. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous to me. But like I said, I just think that he didn't want to conform to the team and certain rules because on other channels, credible channels, they've even said it that, yeah, Kyle Lowry, you know, he was kind of dodging certain things that other, you know, players on the team had to do. And it's just weird to me because I understand Kyle Lowry was supposed to come here and make players better, you know, help Bam, help Tyler, and help Jimmy. But I haven't seen any chemistry with any of those guys with Kyle Lowry at all, which is weird to me because he's been here for 3 years. So how do we have no chemistry? That's the part that I don't understand. And then secondly, too, you know, like I said, how are you going to be on this team and not take shots? You're 1 for 3. You scored 2 points. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand that at all. You're supposed to be our starting point guard. Fine, you're 37 and you're a veteran. But to end the game with 2 points and only take 3 shots, that means that you just don't care because the point of the game is to put the ball in the hoop. So how are you not going to do that and you're on the team? I just don't understand that.
Yeah, I agree. Let me just so I found the quote, so I'm saying exactly what Lowry says, right? So today is the 22nd, right? Spo wanted to see something different, wanted to have me come off the bench. He responded, hopefully I'm starting on Sunday. I feel like I did a good job as a starter. Going on to Sunday, which I believe was the 21st, he goes, as a professional, of course, I'm disappointed. I haven't played well in the last couple weeks. This dude is now lying.
So which one is it? Guys? He's a liar, Trent. He's a liar.
Yo, I never seen somebody switch up in 2 seconds. So which one are you playing good? Or are you playing bad? Which one is it? And you want to bring some numbers up? We can bring some numbers up. Let me just let me share this on the screen real quick. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see that? Click on it.
Yep.
Go for it. It's popping up now. Yeah,
Kyle Lowry's numbers: 10 points, 6, 2, 4, 2, and 2. What the freak am I looking at? This is a starting point guard. And let's look at the attempts: 1 for 9, 1 for 4. It's like yesterday he started wanting to take more shots because he realized he's coming off the bench. He only made 1 shot. That dude made 1 more shot than me, and I was watching the game. You fucking bum.
That's crazy.
Yo, look at this. 1 for 4, 2 for 9, 1 for 4. Like, I don't even think we need to continue to keep going on this conversation with Kyle Lowry. He sucks. He needs to go. I've been saying this since freaking episode 1. He's garbage. And we'll see who takes this expiring deal. But with him confirming, well, I don't want to say confirming because I haven't done too much on it. But it looks like he's unfollowing teammates and it looks like it's the end of the ride of Kyle Lowry. But I don't want to get too excited because you know people can start unfollowing people. It doesn't really mean
No,
too
but it's about
much.
his attitude, though. But it's about his attitude. Nobody did anything to Kyle Lowry. It's like what you just said. 1 minute he's saying that he should be the starting point guard of the team, and then now he's saying, "Well, now I understand that I should be coming off the bench." All within one game. That's the foolishness that I'm talking about. All the stuff that he does has nothing to do about basketball. Unfollowing people on the team, they didn't do nothing to you. You see what I'm saying?
And
Like it just makes no sense to me, man.
And I'm sure these players teammates support each other, right? So
That's
like
what I'm
Duncan
saying. It's a
Robinson,
disgrace.
yeah, Nikola Jovic, Haywood Highsmith, and even Orlando Robinson has joined the unfollowed list.
Yeah,
So
like, bro, get out of here.
How old is Kyle Lowry too? Like 37?
37?
When
37? Yeah.
Tyler, who's been in trade rumors since KD, Mitchell, like the last 3 seasons or whatever it's been, Dame, and Tyler was 21 to 23 in that time frame, right? He would take Miami Heat shooting guard out of his Twitter bio. He would do all that shit, right? Change his like photo, all that crap. Tyler Hero is a freaking kid. He's 23. No, sorry, Trent. I know Trent, you're younger, but you're a kid too, in my opinion. So anyway, he's a kid. Kyle Lowry is a grown ass man. He's 37, 38 years old. Like you're playing these games, right? Like that makes no sense. Tyler's a kid, right? He's fucking 23. Why are you doing this type of shit? Why are you shading your teammates? Like it's
Going
on you.
against the grain.
Yeah, it's a business, bro. Before you even got to Toronto, you were freaking a scrub who went to like the Rockets, like Philly or not Philly, Memphis, whatever. He was like a journeyman to a certain degree until he found his home in Toronto. So like you understand it's a business. You're older, you're not performing. It's not personal, man. It's business, right? So you got paid, you have a ring, take your role, and like if we could somehow sign someone up and without trading Lowry, I'm okay with that as long as he's a backup and plays 12 minutes a game, not 24 minutes off the bench going 1 for 9 to Trent's point, right? Still be on our team. You could still provide maybe a game or two throughout the course of the
No,
playoffs.
listen, Amir. His attitude drains the team because if you look at the team, back to what Trent was saying earlier, especially like with the offense, this team is not having any fun whatsoever. When you look at players on the bench, they all have a stink face. They all look disappointed. No, I don't see anything fun about this basketball team, and that's a very, very bad thing. I don't see no unity. I don't see team chemistry. Remember, like I said, Kyle Lowry is doing a lot of things that the media doesn't even report because it's the Miami Heat and they don't like stuff getting out. Think about it. He was late to the bus right after Toronto. What veteran is late to the bus? Think about it. He didn't go to shoot around on Friday. So hold on. You're saying that you deserve to be the starting point guard. You're 1 for 9 every game and you're not going to shoot around? You see what I'm saying? So he does a lot of subliminal stuff. He does a lot of subliminal stuff that the Miami Heat won't talk about, or you'll hear weeks later that he did. He has to go. Yeah. It just didn't work out. Sometimes business doesn't work out. I think that Jimmy Butler, I think he's a lot to blame because he didn't hold Kyle Lowry accountable the whole way through like he does with a lot of other players. He didn't hold Kyle Lowry accountable whatsoever because how Kyle Lowry's acting is like I said, he was just disrespectful, flat out disrespectful. He's acting like he was our franchise player, and because it's different. If he was balling out, we would put up with his foolishness, but he's not, and you know what I mean. He has to go. He's not even helping this team in any way, shape, or form.
you know, Kyle Lowry reminds me of a female. So females, I'm trying to hopefully I describe this well. Females will act so innocent. They'll be like, "Why did my boyfriend cheat on me? I never did anything." But they'll forget about all the little things that they have done, and you get what I'm trying to say. So Kyle Lowry,
absolutely, he ain't no
yeah,
saint.
he's acting like he's perfect. Like I should be starting, but then like you said, he's doing these little things that no one's talking about.
I caught him in a lie. I caught him, bro. Chat me and you caught him in the lie. 1 minute he's saying he's playing good. 1 minute he's saying he's playing bad. Which one is it?
Yep. Hey, and listen, Amir, I want you to bring up somebody else too because this is not just a Kyle Lowry thing, and I see sometimes in the comment sections it seems like we try to. Well, mainly me. It seems like they think I'm just blaming one person when I'm really just blaming the team. I may go harder on that one person, but that doesn't mean I'm not blaming the team. And I think you guys need to understand that. Just because I have an agenda against somebody doesn't mean I'm blaming it all on him.
As you should. And that's what I was trying to say earlier, even a few minutes ago. I was saying during this losing streak and what needs to change, it's not all on Kyle Lowry because if we're expecting him at this point after year 3, 38, the way he's been performing, his availability, we already know it's not on him, just on him. There's 2 other guys that I wanted to bring up. Obviously, one we'll talk about for sure, but Martell mentioned this. Someone brought him here specifically. One of his best buds brought him here, and this guy vouched for him. And we need to talk about Jimmy Butler too a little bit, man. Especially recently, like
Absolutely.
he was. Let me give you a stat here to show you that we're year 4 or 5 in the build of our big three hero, Bam and Jimmy. In the last 85 season, 82 games season plus 40 something games now, 120 plus games. They've only played last season, this season combined. Those three have played only 63 times out of the 120, right? So half the games that we've played over last all year, not playoffs, and the regular season. We're 31 and 32 with that core. So something, and I know Lowry's a piece of that. We're talking shit on Lowry now. Like he deserves that right now, but he's not part of the big three. He's old, okay? He's washed. We need to make a change there. We need to talk about Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero.
That smoke. That boy Jimmy Butler, he be all that load managing he doing in the game and whatnot. And like I said, I understand he's not gonna play 82 games. I don't want him to play 82 games. No, that's fine. But my thing is when you do play, can you at least give us 80%? Because the team functions off of Jimmy Butler's attitude and his persona. All this, just looking around and barely wanting these 15, 16 points. And I just don't understand, why are we building this team off of Jimmy Butler if we know, okay, if he doesn't take the regular season seriously, which I don't know why, what has he done to not take the regular season seriously? Because we haven't won. I understand Eastern Conference Finals and he's been balling and all that stuff, but we barely made the playoffs last year. So why are we not taking why does he not take the regular season seriously? We're paying him $50 million.
Did he freeze for you, Trent?
Yeah, he freeze.
More than 20% during the game. That's all I ask. That's all I'm asking. Can you at least try? Because we're paying you $50 million for what? And if you're not going to try, can we build a better roster so that now we can at least have a buffer for when he doesn't play? That's all I ask.
Yeah. So to your point, if Jimmy, because he's 34, going to be 35 this year, if he gets banged up and he's had a lot of miles on him before he even got here, right? They always talk about fibs in Chicago and all that shit, but he's not Kobe, Shaq in their prime, because even though they were in their late 20s or early 30s and they were able to turn it on, right? But they were younger and in their absolute prime. Jimmy's in his prime, but he's in the twilight of his prime, and he's not in the same atmosphere as Shaq or Kobe, obviously, right? Obviously can't compare to Shaq, he's not a center, but you know what I mean. So we can't afford him to take 10 shots only and to cruise and to coast and not be the alpha during the regular season. And if that's the case, then Tyler and Bam, who've been playing better, but this much better, we need them to do this. What did Pat Riley say in the offseason? Whatever.
I would take Bam out of it, though, because Bam's been doing his job, in my opinion.
Bam's doing fine, but they were saying that we needed a 25-point scorer, right? We need Hero.
That's all on Tyler. That's all on Tyler. I don't care what anyone says. Trent's going to get on his helmet in a minute. It's all on Tyler. 100%. Because Bam already does too much. Rebounding, defending 1 through 5, setting screens. He's doing everything already. Tyler's only job is to score the basketball. That's it. And if you're going 5 for 15, why don't you try to get to the rim? Why don't you try to get other guys involved? Stop jacking up shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Trent, what do you think about Tyler? What do you think about Jimmy? All this shit, man. All this chemistry crap.
Listen, let me just start with Tyler real quick. I said this probably last episode, and I remember saying this, and guess what? I'm correct. And this is, I don't want to be correct, but I'm already correct. I said Tyler's gonna have one big game against the Hawks, 10 for 19, 25 points, right? Against the Magic, 12 points, 4 for 14, 4 for 11. The game before, against the Raptors, he was 7 for 20, 16 points. I said this before. If y'all continue to keep watching the episodes, I said he's too inconsistent, he's too streaky, and will never win with this big three together. Like Amir said, we're 31 and 32. I seen that stat earlier today. That's pathetic. And then I see a lot of people trying to defend, they can't play together. No, we already know what we need to do, but there's stubbornness. He needs to go to the bench. And we need Kyle Lowry off this team. We insert Duncan Robinson. And Tyler can still close. He can still do his thing. But he cannot be in that starting lineup. And you know what that makes? It makes Jimmy Butler, he needs to score now. He needs to score. He needs to do his thing. So if we're going to do in a basket, I don't even know the saying. I'm just frustrated right now. But whatever. Jimmy Butler needs to step up. He needs to step up. But going back to Tyler Hero real quick, right? My man, in these last 3 games that weren't on the losing streak, I love bringing up this plus minus. He was negative 16 against Orlando Magic. Against the buzzer beater against the Hawks, he didn't even have a plus minus. And in the game against the Toronto Raptors, he was negative 8. He's shooting 35%, 52%, and 28% in the last 3 games. He's shooting 36% from 3. One game he's shooting 22%, and the other game is shooting 44%. Now, y'all hearing these numbers, and you hear, okay, one game is good, the next game is good. I can just keep bringing up the same thing. Consistency, 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 consistency. Another thing that I have a problem with in these games is when we look at star players to get easy points, go to the free throw line. He's hardly drawing any calls. Hardly. He's taking 3 to 4 attempts a game. And the crazy thing is, when he goes to the free throw line, he's making them. He shoots high 80%, so why don't we continue to do it? I'm sure there's a stat out there, and I can't confirm it. He probably is the most blocked person in the NBA. He probably is, because every shot attempt this dude has, he's getting blocked. Every
times.
Yeah.
1 out of 3.
Every shot attempt this dude's doing, he's getting blocked. And this is why we'll never win a championship with this big 3. And yes, this is why I'm saying trade all the players away. We got to trade them. It's really just not trade the players that we need to do. I'm not saying but I am getting to that point, though. I'll tell you that. I'm getting frustrated, and if we just got to blow this thing up, not literally you two, but if we got to trade everybody because we can't, because Jimmy don't want to hold people accountable, Mickey don't want to spend, Tyler just wants to play for Tyler, then let's just blow this up, right? It's just crazy that ever since our rookie went out, a rookie, just to hear that real quick, a rookie, this team looks dismantled. Dismantled, right? And I know we still got the best coach in the league and stuff like that, but it seems not good enough, and it's hard for him. It really is. It's hard for a player. It's hard for a coach to. He ain't working with nothing. He's working with a bunch of dog shit players, but that's what makes him good, though, because he could figure this out, and I think he will turn it around, and I do think a move will pop up. So, yeah, Tyler, man, you're just inconsistent, and I'm being more nice on you today because the numbers speak for itself. Simple as that. The play speaks for itself.
Yes, sir. And going back to what you said about the free throw stuff, which is good. Yeah, in theory. But guess what he shot last year at the free throw line? 93%. Number 1 in the NBA. He's at 84. That's dropped by 9%. He's taking only 0.1% more. 2.7 times last year to the line, which is insane. 2.8. So it's improved slightly. But still, this guy has 1 free throw in the last 2.5 games, which is crazy. But he's dropped down 9 percentage points, dude. Like, if you can get to the line a little bit more and you could shoot 87, 88%, he could average 25 points a game just like that, right? Doesn't need to rely on that mid-range or that floater because that's all he does, right? He can't get to the rack because he gets blocked every single time, right? He's also scared because he's gotten hurt. So that's a big decrease, big time, right? I mean, even though we give him kudos, 84% is good, but not compared to last year. So it's been tough. It's been tough to watch these last games, dude. I think so. We're playing Memphis next, and we have a fucking tough schedule real quick. So if we lose to the freaking Memphis Grizzlies without John Morant, without, I think Bane is still out, I'm assuming.
The whole team's hurt.
Yeah, the whole team is out.
They're tanking like crazy. Like, if we lose to them, it's on the road. Or no, it's at home. It's at home. If we lose to them, blow this shit up. Trade Tyler. Like, trade Tyler.
But you don't even have to trade Tyler yet. I would continue with it for this season because you're not gonna get anybody of value. In my humble opinion, who are we really gonna get that's kind of almost better than Tyler Hero? You know what I mean right now. But Jovic, them 2 picks, and Kyle Lowry, they gotta go. To be honest, I'm very disappointed in the Heat because they already said, "Oh, we want to go for a cheaper option." DeJounte Murray, bro, they're getting him for the cheap. D'Lo, a first round pick and a pick swap. Are you serious? I don't understand why DeJounte Murray should be on this team right now. He should be on the team right now. I don't understand. What are we waiting on for? And this is what I'm talking about. That's why when Jimmy Butler and all them boys be talking about winning, they don't want to win. Mickey does not want to win. He need to empty them pockets. Bro, he's being a cheapskate, and the team is right in his hand, bro. We can easily go back to the NBA Finals. We just got to tweak the roster just a little bit. You trade Kyle Lowry, you trade Jovic, and them 2 first-round picks. That's it.
Hey, did you see the new Terry Rozier report?
No,
What's the latest one now?
It's coming from Greg Sylvander. I cannot pronounce his name.
He's saying it's about to happen any minute now. That's pretty much what he's saying, correct?
Yeah, it could happen any minute. I
That's
don't want to get. Yeah. I don't want to get too happy about it. But we'll see. We'll see about that.
You know what they say, Trent? Or you know what I like the saying, seeing is believing, and I don't believe shit till it says if I don't see a Shams or
I don't
Lowe's
see Woj or Shams. Yeah.
if I don't see any of those two, I don't give a shit what Greg Sylvander says. Even though I love Greg, love 5 Reasons, favorite channel to listen to, I don't give a shit who their sources are until it's announced. Because we've been burnt too many times by so many different players. So if that's the case, dude, that's a good consolation. I know we talked about how we want DeJounte because of his height, athleticism, a little bit younger, defensively more minded, I guess, than Terry Rozier, but I don't give a shit, man. We need something new. Anything's upgrade compared to Lowry. He's a bucket. He's averaging, 24 with the Hornets? Let's say we get him. He starts. If he gets 16, 17 points a game, right?
That's all we need. It's like what Trent said. We have another guy who can create their own shot. You have another guy that's going to be a threat. It takes the pressure off of Jimmy, Bam, and Tyler. Now, guess what? You have to guard Terry Rozier. You know what I'm saying? You have to guard him. You can't just be like, you know what? Let me double Bam. There's no more doubling Bam. There's no more doubling because that's another thing that we haven't spoken about yet. They're starting to double team Bam a lot more and get the ball out of his hands. Now you can't do that with Terry Rozier because he's going to hit the 3.
And Terry, I don't know what the stats are with LaMelo coming back because LaMelo had that ankle sprain, right, where he missed 5-6 weeks of ball. Terry Rozier is averaging like 7-point-something assists, dude. So like he can play make and get Bam better. Like so, like if he's not scoring because he's gonna get the ball, he might have to defer again. We've talked about him being a leader. He's gonna let Jimmy do his thing. He's gonna let
that's
Bam
fine. He actually wants to be here.
That's a good thing, but I'm saying like he could at least play make though, and like he'll get his when we need to. Like there's gonna be times where we stagger. And we're going to need to tinker with different lineups, which Spo's a mad genius. He's a mad scientist. He can figure shit out. And if Terry and Tyler are not working, he'll stagger them. So then Terry can be more offensive minded. But if not, if it's a starting lineup of Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, let's say Haywood or Hawkes, I don't know if you want to keep Hawkes on the bench, and then Jimmy and Bam, like we have a lot of firepower right there, right? And if it's not working, fine. Then like you stagger him and Tyler, right? Like and bring in someone else off the bench and let Terry run the second team essentially and get more time with the second team when Jimmy's off getting his breather because Jimmy likes to play the whole first quarter. Let Terry play a lot more in the second quarter and he can cook. Like to your point, Trent, I'm not getting excited, but those are the two guys, DeJounte Murray and Terry Rozier. Those are the best options, which could actually, I'm not going to say move the needle guaranteed, right? But compared to a Sexton, a Tyus Jones, whoever else in that lower tier, you know, there's that could help. But these guys are star players, right? So we need more star talent because we don't need enough. We already have role players. We already have the undrafted guys.
Do you guys want a 4 though, or no? Because like, there's a lot of people that have been like in my comments like, yeah, but we also need a big man or like a 4. I don't think the 4 is gonna happen though.
Buyout market.
Yeah. I mean, they've been talking about PJ Tucker, but the thing is, who else is gonna be on the buyout market though? Like realistically.
Well, we won't know until after the trade deadline.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's like I'm sure you know, like I know that they said PJ Tucker might, but I don't know like if there's been any other rumors.
You got to look at it like this, right? When there's going to be a few trades going to be approaching, right? There's always going to be those players that are going to be part of the trade, but not staying on the team.
Yeah.
So like if I don't know, like Muscala gets traded to somebody else, but we all know he's not going to stay over there. He's most likely going to get bought out. So we really got to see after all the trades and whatnot. But I don't think we're at the buyout market yet. We need to worry about this trade deadline, which I took the day off. I took it off so I can see all the trades happening, and we'll see what's up.
So, quick question real quick. So, on the Hornets, what big do they have? Or is there anybody on their team that comes in mind that we can also acquire with Terry Rozier? I know they said that what was his name, Williams or something. Their starting center who's been hurt, he's off limits. Miller and LaMelo. The rest are all available. Who are their bigs? I can't even think of them. I know
they got they got Mark Williams. They got Nick Richards. But I don't think they're gonna trade any bigs. Like we're not gonna get no bigs off this team.
No, it's just going to be a swap for
we're not
for
gonna
the
get
point
no
guard.
bigs
It's
off
just
them.
going to be a swap.
Hey, so if we add Terry Rozier, he's got 2 years left, right? What year's the partial one, Trent? Is it next season or the season after?
Next season, I think it's 24, 25.
And he's 30 years old, right?
29, but yeah, basically round up.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, man. So he can still give us. So he still got more in the tank. So.
He's got like 3 years in the tank. He could play with on Jimmy build for the next 2 seasons. Play with. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna re-sign him again after that, but he could play with Bam and Tyler, Hawkes. Will this affect us though if we do sign him? In terms of so I guess next year we'll go into the second apron with him, even with his partial. And then
listen, as long as you have Jimmy on this team, we're spending. That's how they got to look at it. We got to spend all the money that it takes to win.
Who
like
gives
everybody
a
else.
Look. Okay,
look at the Clippers, bro.
Yeah.
Their payroll's like $5 billion. look at their payroll, bro.
Look at the Clippers. Even though the Lakers suck, but they try. Listen, one thing about the Lakers.
Yep.
They're always going to be in trades. They always want to get better. And that's what I like about that, right? They know they're not a good team, but guess what? They're going to go get DeJounte Murray. They're going to go get him this year. They're always making moves. So you got to give them props for that. They made their team 10 times better just making trades last year, trading Russ, getting D'Lo. They turned it around. They made it to the Western Conference. Like these teams that want to trade, that want to win, good for them. We're just not part of that, and that shit sucks.
F the fakers, fucking always buying their championships. Bastards. But yeah, they're always on the move. They know LeBron's got 1 to 2 more years too. AD's still young, 30, prime.
Yeah, the problem is to me is that Pat and Mickey think Tyler and Bam's our future. Bam's our future. Tyler's not. Tyler's not gonna win his shit. He's not. With them two at helm and we make no moves, this team is gonna be a 20 and 50 win team. Because either he's gonna miss 20 games or he can't get open enough because he can't create his own shot well enough. Bam's gonna get quadruple team, and then we're gonna have it's gonna be embarrassing. I'm not ready for it, but it's gonna happen very, very soon. So that's why I need at least witness a championship, and that's why I'm saying ship off Jovic because at this point, time is now, bro. Like you said, man. So if we can find a perfect deal for trading Caleb Martin, including that too, but we got to get a star part of it. I'm open for that too. Nobody, in my opinion, only person that's untouchable is Bam. Even if Jimmy Butler. Bro, at this point, I'm so frustrated with that dude. If somehow some dumb team said y'all offered Luka for some shit, I'm doing it. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, this is not the case, but all I'm saying, in my opinion, the only untouchable player is Bam. That's it.
And Jimmy, I guess, but in my opinion. But yeah, I feel you on that. Last question before we hop off, right? I feel like we're at time. But all right, so if this Terry Rozier deal happens this week, before the trade, or any time before the trade deadline, does that put us over the top? Are we good enough to win a championship with Terry Rozier? Is that
I need a 10-game sample size with everybody healthy, and yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a thought on that right now. I haven't really thought about it, but
I just, my fault, Martel. I just need a sample size. I need everybody healthy. I need to see the rotations properly used correctly, and we'll see from there. I'm not asking for much. I just need a 10-game sample size, and Spo's always going to figure out. But we need everybody healthy because when not everybody's healthy, these rotations are always going to look different. Some players are going to get more minutes when they're not going to get minutes when the other player's healthy.
Yes, let's make the trade now, please. Let's not wait till February 8th. Where
what are we waiting? What are we waiting on here? What are we waiting on,
dude? Our next again. With the way we're playing, we could lose to the Grizzlies. We're not going to. But then after that, we have Boston at New York against the Phoenix Suns, the Sacramento Queens. They're 5 games above 500.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a 5-game losing streak right there. If we don't play our ball,
you know what I mean, right? Like, what are we waiting for?
No, if we don't play Heat ball, that's a 5-game losing streak.
That's a 5-game losing streak. No,
those are tough teams. The Kings can score. Celtics, we already know they're good. The Knicks can score. Bro, all these teams that you just said, we gotta even Memphis. Memphis is just playing to play. Like they're just having they know they're not gonna win this year. So those are the teams that you don't really want to play because they have nothing to lose. They don't have nothing to win for. So it's like they're just gonna go out there and play.
And they're scrubs who are now getting opportunities. There's some guy, Vince something, whatever, their small forward dude. that guy's playing. They're playing for their lives. They're like, oh shit, I got time now. I got to show out so I can get a contract. Undrafted, not in the rotation. Those guys are playing like it's the fucking championship every game. They get to play, right? Because they went from 0 minutes to 20, 30 minutes. They're going to show out. They're going to try as fucking hard as they can. Here's another funny thing, too. I was listening to 5 Reasons. They were talking about this, too, before we head off. We play better when someone's injured. Like, when Tyler's out and it's just Jimmy and Bam, we play better because we have to figure it out. Other people.
Yeah, but we got to get off that, though, man.
We do, 100%.
You know what I mean? We got to get up, bro. Listen, but the thing is, it all comes down to talent. They've been dodging trying to get talent for some strange reason because, I like the whole undrafted thing, but we abused that for the past few years. We have used and abused that. And because of that, they refuse to put adequate talent. That's why everyone's jumping for Terry Rozier because you're actually putting a talented player on our roster. You see what I'm saying? And that's really what it all comes down to. Putting talent and spending money. That's it.
Yeah. And so let me just say this, right? The trade deadline is February 8th. Bro, we got 9 games before the trade deadline. 9 games. Damn. And if we don't make a move, bro, I'm not just saying this and y'all going to be, people in the comment sections, y'all going to be thinking I'm crazy. I'm not saying this, right? So, like you said, we played the Grizzlies, Celtics, Knicks, Suns, Kings. Bro, we can easily lose all those games. But not only after that, we do get an easier matchup. I don't even want to say easier matchup because the Heat make every single game harder. They play the Wizards. But then they go play the Clippers. They play the Magic, who just blew us out. And then we play the Celtics again. So this stretch right here can determine everything.
Everything.
Because if we don't make a move, this is the roster that we have. Good luck.
Good luck.
That's what I'm saying, man. Trade now for Rozier instead of waiting 2 weeks in 9 games, right? Like, get him now so we can integrate him onto our team now so we can get a better sample size. See how it works. Don't wait till we're at the halfway point. Get him in today. Get him in tomorrow. That means then he'll be able to play against probably the Knicks on Saturday.
Good teams. Good teams.
We need him now. We don't want him to come in against the Wizards or whatever it is, or after the trade deadline. Like, that's just, we need him to play as much as he can with Jimmy and Bam so he can build chemistry and integrate into our system, right? So anyway, I think that's it for the episode. Good conversation, good talks. We're going to be hopping on potentially again this week, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, just because there's a lot more news out there. So we'll cover other trade topics. Like, again, if DeJounte Murray doesn't sign with the Heat or get traded with the Heat, we'll talk about that too. There's going to be other rumors and stuff popping up. But thanks for joining, fellas. Don't forget, again, guys, if you guys are liking this format, it seems like a lot of you guys do like these roundtables. It's been a lot of fun on our end, hanging out and chatting hoops. So if you guys want more, we'll create more. But also, don't forget to subscribe to everybody's channel. So
Ernest, like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Ernest is not here today, but Ernest is our boy. We're the 4 horsemen here right now. So subscribe. I'll link his channel in here too. So Miami Heat Talk, Martel, Miami Heat Zone Podcast, Trent, Miami Heat Network, and I'm Team to Beat.
And Top Notch too. Go to Trent's channel to Top Notch too. Get him to 20,000 subs, whatever it takes, man. Let's go.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.